Monopolies, situations wherein a single entity dominates the supply of a product, service, or resource, have pervaded various epochs throughout human civilization. From age-old empires to today's multinational giants, the profound influence and challenges of monopolies have prompted significant scrutiny, legislation, and controversy. Historical records indicate that the earliest monopolies often enjoyed state sponsorship. In ancient China, for instance, the state maintained monopolies over essential commodities like salt and iron. Such control permitted rulers to both regulate these indispensable industries and accrue immense wealth. Similarly, ancient Egypt's Ptolemaic dynasty asserted control over numerous industries, most notably the production of papyrus. The medieval era heralded the emergence of guilds, some of which amassed enough influence to act as monopolies. In the European context, guilds were associations of craftsmen or merchants that directed the conduct of their specific craft in a particular region. By setting prices, maintaining standards, and often restricting new entrants, they secured a monopolistic grip on their local markets. The 16th and 17th centuries, marked by European exploration and colonization, witnessed the ascent of chartered companies. Notable entities like the British East India Company and the Dutch East India Company were granted unique trading rights by their respective governments for specific territories or colonies. This gave birth to monopolies governing vast regions and expansive markets. The 19th century Industrial Revolution ushered in novel monopoly structures. Technological innovations combined with the emergence of industrial capitalism allowed certain enterprises to achieve unparalleled scale. Within the U.S., business magnates like John D. Rockefeller's Standard Oil reached unprecedented dominance, controlling a staggering 90% of the nation's oil refineries at its peak. The societal and economic repercussions of such monopolistic dominance were profound. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, particularly in the U.S., there was a growing consensus against unchecked monopolistic behaviors. The Sherman Antitrust Act, 1890, symbolized this sentiment. As one of the inaugural federal legislations targeting cartels and monopolies, it paved the way for subsequent antitrust laws and led to the dissolution of dominant entities, including the monumental breakup of Standard Oil in 1911. The 20th century's conclusion and the dawn of the 21st century spotlighted the emergence of digital behemoths. Entities like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Facebook gained unparalleled traction in their arenas. Their expansive user communities, pronounced network effects, and control over massive data reserves have reignited nuanced debates on monopolies' dynamics in the digital age. What set these tech monopolies apart was their ability to harness the power of the Internet and digital technology. Microsoft's dominance in desktop operating systems, for instance, made it a pivotal player in the personal computing revolution. Google's search algorithms turned it into the gateway of the Internet, influencing what information users accessed. Central to the success of many digital giants was the concept of the network effect. As more people joined platforms like Facebook or used services like Amazon, the value of these platforms increased, creating a virtuous cycle. This dynamic often resulted in a winner-takes-all scenario. For example, the more friends and family members a person had on Facebook, the more indispensable the platform became, discouraging users from migrating to smaller, competing platforms. Another defining feature of these digital monopolies was their control and manipulation of data. Information about user behavior, preferences, and demographics became an invaluable asset. Companies like Google and Facebook leveraged this data to refine their services and, more lucratively, to drive their advertising models. This vast data reservoir not only allowed them to tailor ads with uncanny precision, but also created barriers to entry for newcomers who lacked such detailed insights. Different nations have sculpted unique responses to monopolies based on cultural, economic, and political landscapes. While the US boasts a rich legacy of antitrust litigations, European Union nations enforce their distinct competition norms. Meanwhile, countries like China permit state-orchestrated monopolies in pivotal sectors, but have exhibited a recent trend of reigning in tech monopolies. Monopolies, with their multifaceted forms and influences, have consistently threaded through the fabric of human history. As the 21st century unfolds, the discussions surrounding monopolies, their unparalleled power, and societal implications remain as relevant as ever. A deep dive into their history not only offers insights, but also underlines the challenges and opportunities they pose for the future.